to go to the broker who brokers the cherries all over the world. This particular batch right here is going to be going to Japan, Korea, and different Asian markets. And right now the market's good. The weather hasn't hurt us too bad. And everything seems to be going pretty well. We're about a week into harvest right now. And so far so good, as long as we keep the rain away.
So just real quick, can you explain the process that you go through for the day as far as getting everything on and getting it to the packing shed?
Well, what we do is we have a contractor and he supplies all the manpower. We supply the tractors, the trailers, the bins, the picking tubs that they pick in, and then our guy's been doing it for a long time, and he has a setup to where everybody takes a certain amount of trees and they have their own number, and they pick in the tubs. The tractor comes through, they dump the box, and whatever number that person has, say they have a number 33, well, that box is next to a tree that they write the number of that person on the tree stump, and they know that those 3 or 4 or 5 boxes are that person's. So a guy is marking down how many boxes they dump for that number, and that's how that person gets paid.
Looks like the cherries turned out pretty good this year.
Yeah, you know,
they look great.
I mean, the guy, one of our customers was saying, you know, why are they so glossy? Well, we don't do anything to them. He was kind of giving me the
steroids.
Yeah, he was.
Gotta lie to him.
Yeah, he was giving me the crooked eye, like, what are you doing to these things? You know, there's nothing. There's one of our foremen down there. His name's Michael.
Hi, my name is Mike Flores. I'm the supervisor of this area with this crew of people working on cherries.
How's the picking going this year? How's the crop going?
Well, so far it's going good. They're kind of light right now. The trees, this weather is freezing, and it really made a lot of difference this year. But finally, we're doing okay. People are kind of happy because the rain let us do something making for the people, especially the farmers. They're happy too.
Now, as far as your picking for each tree, how long does it take to pick one tree for one person?
Well, mostly a tree like this, if it was ready to go, would take them about one person, about half an hour, 45 minutes to do it.
What's the tractor doing right now?
Right now he's coming through. He's bringing some bins on through for them to pick, and they'll load them up and take them over to the reefer. Twins. I think it's our first twin pickers ever. Oh, that's Noel. Well, that's a different Noel. That's a male Noel.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Just to be clear.
Yes, just to...
I'm sure you love him the same, though.
No, he's quite nice. He's a lovely individual.
Pleasant fellow.
Yes, he is very pleasant. And as you can tell, the orchard tractors are narrower. You know, they have the 4x4 on them. They're really a handy tractor to use inside of the field just because of its maneuverability. Where a regular tractor, you know, be wide. You don't want to hit the branches, knock the cherries on the ground. These are nice. He's water boy. Basically, when you water boy is not a very glorified position. That's usually where you start out at. But John's the type of guy that, top to bottom, he'll do whatever it takes any day of the week. So right now, he's doing water boy. Water boy is where you get on the tractor and you're water down the rows so that you don't create dust. And so when the guys drive through, you know, they're not making the dust that gets on the cherry tree. And now we're going to go up to the fruit stand, which is currently being manned, or I should say woman, by Morgan. She's one of the girls working here.
Hi, my name is Morgan Mott, and we are in Houston, California at the La Rosa Farms fruit stand. Business has been going pretty good. We have been at a steady pace, selling lots of cherries and apricots. Cherries are very popular right now. We opened last Monday, and we will be open 7 days a week as of right now. We work 8 to 6, Monday through Saturday, and on Sunday, 12 to 3.
He's our sign guy. His name's Luigi.
Now, I noticed that Luigi has some yellowish skin. Does he have jaundice?
No, actually, he.
Because if he does, he should have some honey.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Honey
good for
would cure
jaundice.
that. You're absolutely right.
He should have some
I'll
Michelorosa
talk
honey.
to him though. I'll ask him about that.
Wait, how long did it take to build?
Well, the stand took. Well, it was off and on. It was basically when John had the time and my Uncle Joe had the time to do it. It took roughly about a month just doing it here and there. But it basically was, the design is after an old gondola trailer that hauled grapes, and we just added some width to it, and then just built up on it. And I want to thank George Cabral Welding for doing the welds, and also Paul Joslin. He also worked on the welds and the design of the stand. And then as far as a family, the fruit stand, we all worked on the design of what we thought would work best. And then my cousin John and Big Joe, his dad, took the time out of their schedule and put it all together.
Hello, welcome to LaRosa Farms.
Hi.
How can I help you?
I need to buy some blueberries, please.
Okay, they're $6 a basket.
Okay. Let me get some out here for you.
Okay.
I'm making 2 blueberry pies today.
Ooh,
we're
sounds
gonna be
good.
making-
With,
well, here we have our cherries in here and our blueberries. Hi, my name is Noelle LaRosa. I'm Michael LaRosa's wife, and we own LaRosa & Sons Distributing. I am going to make you a blueberry pie today so that you know what to make when you go to the fruit stand and pick up your fruit. I make my pie crust in advance. I have a big bulk recipe that I use: 5 pounds of flour, 3 pounds of Crisco, an egg, and vinegar. So this is some that I pulled out of the freezer. I like to put them in Ziploc bags and do 2 in each bag so that you have a top and a bottom for each pie. And I put them in separate bags so I can pull them out of the freezer as I go. I do a bigger one and a smaller one. The bigger one I do for the bottom, and the smaller one I use for the top. Pie plate over here. There we go, and I'm going to set that aside. I have 4 cups of blueberries, and I'm going to add, a lot of people do cornstarch, but I prefer tapioca pudding because cornstarch doesn't always get it as thick as I like it. So I'm going to do 1/4 of a cup of tapioca pudding, which is 4 tablespoons. Come on. And then I'm going to do a little bit of ground cinnamon. Whoops, wrong way. That would have been dangerous. Just eyeball that one. And then I'm going to do, let's see, what does it say? I can't remember. I always go by the directions on the back of the box. It's the easiest. 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Everything in this pie is homemade except for the lemon juice, but that's okay. And then I have 1.5 cups of sugar that I'm putting in, and then I'm just going to stir it up. This is seriously the easiest pie. You can even do your own store-bought pie shell, but I prefer the recipe that I got from my sister. She got it from her grandmother-in-law that used to make all the pies for Hamilton's Cafe on Main Street in Houston. Her name is Bev Porter. She's a wonderful woman. Okay, let's see. That's good enough. I'll go ahead and put this right in here. And then I'm going to roll out the top. I just fold them over and pinch. It's the easiest way, and it makes such a nice this flaky pie crust is just amazing. A little bit more over here. Then I'm using our wildflower honey. I'm going to drizzle it over the top. Give it a little bit of sugary sweetness. There's my baby girl on the monitor. And now she's ready to go in the oven. We'll cook it at 400 for about 45 to 50 minutes. Halfway through, I'll put the foil on top so that it doesn't get too brown, but I'll give it that perfect golden color. There you go.
Thank you.
These will be the first nectarines that are ready. And he's cutting some out here. We're cutting some of the suckers down. But you want to get light down into the fruit.
Oh, so you leave them on the ground,
yeah,
or?
Basically just cut. If there's something, that's up in the tree that's either blocking the sunlight, you want to get...
Oh, you trim them basically.
Yeah, like a summer pruning.
Okay.
Split pit on the peach. When you pick it, there'll be a hole in the top, and what ends up happening is you open it up and see there was an insect that got in there, and so that's, you can see the pit's all dried up. It's a split pit. If you're taking it to if you're taking it to get graded in the cannery, this is no good.
Oh, now why is that?
It's still edible, but if it goes to, they would classify this as a coal or not suitable, and be called
Basically a lemon.
Yeah, a split pit. They call it a coal or a lemon. That,
okay.
in layman's terms, sure. That's it, but still delicious. Still good.
Okay, here we go. It's ready to go. So let's pull it out. It's perfectly golden brown. Look at that. Gorgeous blueberry pie. And look at that golden crust.
Mike, verdict? It's like tasting wine, huh?
Wow.
Are you going back to a childhood memory? Okay, Mike, if I scream, that'll probably mean stop.
Okay. Wonderful. We're flipping them back right now so we can get an even growth pattern on them. We had a mildew spray yesterday after.
I sat beside a man from Hollywood, California on a plane. He said he had rich and famous friends. Yeah, he liked dropping names. I said, well, how'd it do? It's good for you. I dig a lot of those actors. But son, you ain't got a thing on me. See, I got friends with tractors. They'll grow your groceries.
Did you get that on camera?
Yes, I did.
Too?